Jack and the Sky Kingdom. In a crooked little cottage on the edge of a green valley lived a poor widow and her son, a bright, hopeful boy named Jack. Their home leaned like an old man in the wind, its thatch roof sagging and walls whispering of better days. Their only treasure was Milky White, a gentle brown cow whose milk kept hunger from their door. But one bleak winter, Milky White's milk ran dry. Their cupboard was bare, and the fire no longer dared to burn. One morning, Jack's mother sighed with tears in her eyes. "Jack," she said softly, "we've nothing left. Take Milky White to market and sell her. Whatever you get, it must save us." Jack nodded, though his heart ached to part with his dear friend. He kissed the cow's nose and led her down the long, dusty road to the village. As he walked beneath an old oak tree, a strange man appeared, small, sharp-eyed, cloaked in green, with a smile that shimmered like moonlight. "A fine cow you have, boy," said the man. "How much do you want for her?" "Enough to feed my mother and me," Jack replied. "Gold," the man chuckled. "Gold fades. But these," he opened his palm, revealing 5 shimmering beans, glowing faintly as if alive. "These are magic. Plant them tonight and see what wonders the dawn will bring." Jack hesitated. Magic? It sounded foolish, and yet something in the man's voice, a whisper of destiny, stirred his curiosity. He made the trade. When he returned home and showed his mother the beans, her face turned pale with fury. "Magic beans," she cried. "You've thrown away our last hope." She flung them out the window, then sank to the floor, weeping. That night, Jack went to bed hungry and ashamed. But as dawn spilled gold across the sky, a strange green light danced on Jack's wall. He ran to the window and froze in wonder. Where the beans had fallen now stood a gigantic beanstalk, thick as a castle tower, twisting into the clouds. Its leaves glittered like emerald glass, and its vines hummed with life. "Mother," Jack cried, "the man was right. It's magic. Don't climb it." "Jack," she pleaded, youthful. But Jack's heart was already burning with adventure. He grabbed a vine and began to climb. Higher and higher he went, past drifting clouds, through winds that smelled of rain and sunlight. Birds circled below like sparks in the distance. The world grew small beneath his feet. At last, Jack pulled himself onto a land above the clouds, a kingdom of silver roads, rolling misty meadows, and golden light. In the distance rose a castle so vast, its gates touched the sky. At the door stood a giant woman with kind, tired eyes. "Good day, ma'am," Jack said politely. "I'm hungry and lost. May I have a bite to eat?" She frowned. "Poor boy, I'd feed you. But if my husband finds you, he'll eat you for breakfast. Please," Jack begged. "Just a crumb," moved by pity. She hid him in the kitchen and gave him bread the size of his head and milk from a jug big as a barrel. But suddenly, thud, the ground trembled. "Quick, hide," she whispered. In stormed the giant, hair wild as roots, teeth like tusks, eyes glowing like coals. "Fee, fee, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman." "You smell nothing but the wind," said his wife, calmly. The giant grunted and dropped a sack of gold on a table. After counting his coins, he fell asleep with thunder in his snores. Jack crept out, grabbed a sack, and dashed away down the beanstalk. Faster than falling rain, he and his mother rejoiced. The gold brought food, warmth, and hope, but when the coins were gone, Jack looked again at the sky. "I'll climb once more," he said, despite her pleas. He did, and once again, the giant's wife pitied him and hid him away. This time, Jack watched as the giant brought out a white hen and growled, "Lay." At once, the hen laid a golden egg. When the giant slept, Jack took the hen and fled. The hen laid golden eggs for his mother, and soon they lived in comfort. But Jack's heart, restless and brave, still looked to the clouds. A third time he climbed. The giant's wife tried to stop him. "You'll die if he finds you." "One last time," said Jack. "I promise." Hidden in the pantry, Jack watched as the giant brought forth a golden harp. Sing, the giant commanded, and the harp sang with a voice like a soul trapped in music. Master, I long to be free. When the giant slept, Jack seized the harp, but it cried out, Master. Help, thief, the giant roared, leaping to his feet. Jack ran. The castle shook. Clouds shattered beneath his feet as he climbed for his life. Down, down, down he raced. Mother, the axe, he shouted. The giant's hand reached through the mist. But Jack swung hard, once, twice, and the beanstalk snapped with a sound like thunder. The giant fell, crashing to the earth below, shaking the valley to its roots. Silence followed. Then, slowly, the harp began to sing again. Softly now, joyfully. From that day on, Jack and his mother lived in peace. The hen laid golden eggs. The harp filled their home with music, and the beanstalk was gone, as if the sky itself had taken it back. Sometimes, when sunset painted the clouds gold, Jack would look up and smile. He had learned that true courage is not living without fear. It is climbing higher in spite of it, and perhaps, just perhaps, adventure begins not with riches or power, but with a single handful of magic beans.